The following program is rated PG. Parental guidance is advised, as the theme or content may not be suitable for all children. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right.
Good to go.
Good to go. Bunch
we're
of
just gonna
food
be
that
like-
we're gonna kind of eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of eat?
Kind
okay.
of eat.
Okay.
Yeah, we sort of like take a couple bites of this and that and
Okay.
try this and then mix and match.
Sure.
Yeah. First
Okay.
we'll talk about, I'll introduce myself and say that Renee is here, and I will say I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
Welcome to your own business.
Okay. Sounds good. Do you want me
Yeah.
to talk about it when you introduce, or just?
Absolutely. I'll ask questions as
Okay.
well. Basically, wherever I'm curious, I'll just
Okay.
ask you questions.
Okay.
So it comes across as authentic because I'm authentically curious.
Okay. Sure.
And you know everything about this because this is you.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Are you happy?
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Are we talking to the camera?
We could. The one that Renee is behind, the one
closest one there?
without the long lens.
Okay.
That one is our main camera.
Okay.
This one here is just focused on the food.
Okay.
And then the one up there is a kind of a tabletop
Ah.
shot on the food. So a different angle on
Okay.
it. Yeah, and so it's kind of like a three-way conversation. We try and make people feel like they're joining us.
Okay.
And we're all just messing around with a whole bunch of food.
Okay.
And-
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Just
like,
casual, act
we're
normal.
friends, we're happy, we like this, everything is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds great.
You're not having a baby in 20 minutes or anything.
No, nothing like that. No. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so she'll let us know. Hello friends, it's Wendy again. I'm here with Renee and we are at the Abandoned Rail Brewing Company are we in Penticton or Naramata?
We're in Penticton.
We're in
Yeah,
Penticton.
technically Penticton, yeah.
I'll just let you introduce yourself and talk about where we are on your property.
Yeah. No, my name's Scott Breier. My wife Nicole and I own the brewery here, and yeah, we're in Penticton, right on the Kettle Valley Rail Trail behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the Naramata bench, so very well known for its wineries and vineyards. But yeah, we decided to do a brewery out here.
Mm-hmm. Is there a brewery drive or something like that? A brewery tour?
There should be.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the 8th brewery now in Penticton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could make a day of it.
You definitely could. Yeah.
days.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, stay over somewhere.
Definitely. Yeah. There should be actually. That's a good
Yeah.
call. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's your next job.
Maybe. Yeah. I need another one for sure.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm not
How
busy.
long have you been here?
At the end of this month, actually, on the 26th of March here, it'll be 2 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Going into your terrible twos.
I know. Yeah, it feels that way. Yeah. No, actually, at the beginning of April, we got our little birthday party coming up. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, a little birthday party.
Yeah. You guys have to come out again.
We want to.
Yeah.
I want to,
definitely.
Renee. Yes, she's good for a party.
Perfect. Yeah. The more the merrier.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, did you start in like somebody's garage first, or like how did you get started? You couldn't have bloomed into this overnight.
No. I mean, it's kind of been a passion of my wife and mine for, well before we started it. We just always loved the atmosphere and that kind of community feeling that you'd get at a brewery. And What ended up happening is a close friend of mine actually went to Germany and did a 5-year brewing program out there.
Oh.
So he got certified by their government as a brewmaster. We kind of hounded him for a couple years after. He was a little reluctant to get involved in business with friends.
No, I see.
Understandably so. And then, eventually we just cracked him and he said, let's do it. So we knew if we wanted to do a brewery, that we wanted to do it right and make the best beer possible. So he was the key to that puzzle.
So is your style all German style?
It's European inspired, I would say. Yeah,
okay.
like our Pilsner here, it's a German style Pilsner. The Märzen, it's a Bavarian lager, so definitely very German. And then we kind of branch out a bit. The Tunnel Vision is, we're calling it a European IPA, very closely related to, say, an English IPA.
Okay.
And then we have a Porter as well, which is more English as well.
And your names are all play on the rail?
Quite a few of them are. We kind of ran out of ideas, so the newer ones aren't so much, rail oriented.
Huh.
Yeah, but we try.
Well, yeah, Tunnel Vision.
Yeah. One
Bellhop,
track mind.
sure, one track mind.
Yeah. There's a few of them, yeah.
Märzen.
We're trying. I know, we ran out of ideas. Here it is.
Hey, well.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Is this an abandoned rail building, or
no.
did you build this up from scratch?
No, well, part of it. So originally, we're in the tasting room now, and kind of the front half of it, when you walk in the doors, the front half was an existing building, and before we turned it into what it is, this was like an old fruit store. So all the property, because we're on a farm, all the property was mostly orchard.
Okay.
So there was cherries, apples, peaches, there's Christmas trees as well. So this was called the Trail Store, and people could come and do you pick fruit. And also their big claim to fame was something we kept, was these apple slushies we have in the tasting room. So we still have a little bit of apples on the property, and then we juice them and throw them in a slushy machine, and they're to die for. I think we would have been probably run out of town if we didn't keep them.
You got to keep the apple
Yeah,
slushy.
yeah, exactly. So
Well, especially if you're known for it.
yeah, well, that's just it. Yeah, and people come far and wide for those things. So
Are you and your wife locals?
yeah, we actually live on the property. So
okay.
yeah, we're just on the other side of the field here. Yeah, we had to take out the orchard, and we grow barley now as part of the
Oh, wow.
rules. Yeah, and being on agricultural land. So
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. And so have you been Penticton, Naramata your whole life?
No, actually, we moved out here when we got the property in 2018. I'm originally from Vancouver Island, moved to the Lower Mainland, and then came here. But my wife is from Ontario.
Okay.
And moved to the Lower Mainland with me in the early 2010s sort of thing, and then
nice.
came out here 2018.
I'm always curious about roots. So where on Vancouver Island?
I was born in Duncan.
Duncan.
Yeah. Lived in Cowichan Bay. So
That's totems, right?
yeah, exactly.
Cowichan Bay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we're right near the water there. Yeah,
Renee
beautiful.
was born at Helmicken Hospital in
Oh yeah,
Vancouver Island.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
there you go.
She knows nothing of the island.
I was there till I was about 15, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was great. It was a great growing up
Nice.
life for sure. Yeah,
And we're in Ontario. That's a big place.
Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Yeah, Rouge Hill
Does
area.
she sadly call it Scarberia?
Or Scarlum. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's so many
There's a few of
ways
them.
to mush up
Yeah. No, we visit quite often. All our friends and family are still out there. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you came out here, started a family, started a brewery.
Yeah.
Wow, bought some land, planted barley.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a homesteader story.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you put it like that, for sure. Yeah. It's busy, that's for sure.
How many people do you have working with you?
At this time, it's obviously very seasonal out here in Penticton, Naramata. So right now, we got about, I want to say 10 staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 of them full-time, and then, the rest are kind of part-time up front mostly, because we are only open weekends in the off-season here. So, but come May, we'll be back to 7 days a week and get up to probably 20 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to let people know that there's more than what they can see behind us. It's like we're in the
Quite a bit.
tasting room right now, but
Yeah.
there's another room that seems like another tasting room,
Just-
sort of that way and that way.
Yeah.
What's that?
We originally, it was just a big patio with partially covered, just half of
Okay.
it was covered. We realized pretty quickly last winter, fall timeline, we needed more seating because the tasting room is fairly small. So with that garage door open behind the camera there. You walk out to the covered patio, and we ended up getting those screens that allow essentially for twice the seating in the tasting room. So there's little heaters out there. We can open this door. We got a fireplace as well, and we can, double the tasting room seating.
Wow.
In the off season. Yeah.
Fireplace out there?
Fireplace is just behind the camera, and then we got
I see it. Okay.
ceiling mounted heaters in that enclosed patio space.
Right.
Yeah.
Extend your season. Extend
Yeah.
your
It's
days.
huge. Yeah.
You've got such gorgeous patio space with those old apple trees, are they?
Cherries.
Cherry
trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're going to bloom soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Oh
in
my
the
gosh.
summer we put some picnic tables under there, and then behind us we have another grassy area next to the barley field, and we have kind of those like Oktoberfest style bench seating.
Okay.
So yeah, we have 3 patios and then the indoor space here.
Oh, that's a lot of space.
Yeah.
And looking at your social media, I felt like I'm coming to visit a pub. Like it
Kind
sort
of feels
had
that way. Yeah.
Pub feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we definitely welcome, we encourage families having a family of our own, and with all the grassy space, there's so much room for kids to run around and
Well, you have
have
toys.
fun. Yeah.
Toys and games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
we've
of
met-
space for kids.
Totally. We've met quite a few friends now that have kids of similar age, and
right.
it's kind of become that kind of community hub that we wanted it to be.
That's amazing.
It's been really good.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, let's play around with some of your food and beer.
Sure.
Why don't you just narrate what we've got, first of all?
Okay, starting closest to you is we call it a Euro deli sandwich. So we actually get the bread made. It's actually a partner of our manager's, and she has her own business called Handful. Her name is Heather, and she makes astounding bread and other baked goods. It's really, really good. So she makes us a sourdough. We put some harissa mayo, some mustard, prosciutto, Genoa salami, sun-dried tomatoes, banana peppers, and arugula.
Wow.
Yeah. So got some deli meats. Oh, and some smoked cheddar is there as well.
Good heavens. All right.
Yeah. So it's pretty loaded.
Yes.
And then this is one of our more popular pizzas. It's our blackberry prosciutto brie. A little bit different. So we actually have blackberries growing on the property, so we thought let's do something fun, a little bit different. It's got those 3. It's got basil, a little bit of honey on there, balsamic, and I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, we brushed the crust with like a sun-dried olive oil mix. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty bougie.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're trying. And then moving on, we got a sausage roll that's not made in-house, but it's made by a local kitchen down in Coston. Crow's Nest Vineyards makes it for us.
Oh, okay.
We gave them a shot, I think last summer, and people fell in love with them, so we kept them going. And
It feels like it could be German.
it does, for sure.
Sausage
Yeah.
and beer,
Yeah,
pizza and
fits
beer,
right
not
in.
so much,
Yeah.
not German.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
that is, and that is,
Definitely.
and that is
Ish, yeah.
ish.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a
Nice.
keeper for sure. And then last but not least is our pretzel.
Oh, you got a pretzel.
We were talking about it earlier, but it's a warmed pretzel with that crunchy mustard, same as with the sausage roll. But like I was saying earlier, Wendy, like we have people from Germany come in that are blown away by the quality of that pretzel. So yeah, it's
That's exciting.
it's a keepsake for sure. Yeah, kids love that one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do they pair it with the apple slushy?
Yeah, big time.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, on a hot summer's day, it's perfect. Yeah.
Something cold, something warm.
Yeah,
something salty,
exactly. A little
something
salty,
sweet.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Exactly.
Okay, why don't you talk us through what would be your funnest pairings with these
Sure.
things? We got a little flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got the one-track mind Pilsner, the Märzen Bavarian Lager, Tunnel Vision Euro IPA, and our bellhop porter. Classic combo, the Märzen with the pretzel. The Märzen already has like a bit of a toasty kind of finish to it, mixed with like a little more malt-forward lager style beer. Some caramel notes in there, so they kind of blend perfectly together. The Pilsner I would put with the pizza. The pizza's a little more fresh. Same with the Pilsner. Like I say, it's just like classic German Pils, so it would be a good fit. I would probably I'd put the porter with the sausage roll. I think they're both just kind of savory and full-bodied. And then, last but not least, the Tunnel Vision IPA with the sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Lots
why
to
don't
do.
we start your first pairing? We'll try it, and
Sure.
then you can tell me some more
Yeah.
things about
Yeah, yeah.
everything's going on here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start with the left beer here, the one track mind Pilsner, and we'll do it with the pizza.
All
Yeah.
right. So here we are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, just an easy drinking Pilsner.
Very nice.
We tweaked it a little bit since we opened, but we're just trying to keep it authentic and clean, crisp.
So how's
much as
it
we can.
different than when you opened?
We used a different hop.
Okay.
It was, I would say, slightly more fruity, and it was a little bit off course from a German Pils. So
Okay.
yeah, we just kind of steered it back on course. And,
So how many different types of hops are you using?
oh gosh.
Oh, lots,
Across,
huh?
oh yeah, yeah.
Really?
And we're trying, well, we are doing it. We're doing a seasonal every month, if not two.
Okay.
Um,
Even on the off season?
Even on the off season, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we try to keep it to one in the off season just because we don't go through quite as much. But yeah, we're doing at least one a month anyway. So it depends on the beer. Like we just did a West Coast IPA, so that
Really?
I think it had 4 or 5 different hops in it itself.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
always new hops coming out and different experimental hops. So we're always game to try something new and see how it works within our recipes. Yeah.
Well, tell me how the hops are different from each other. Like a hops is not a hop. A hop is not a hop.
No.
They're
I
all
mean,
different.
it's
I'm going
almost
in here.
like wine. Yeah. It's like wine. It's like everything varies dramatically. Like you can have one that's very piney or
Okay.
like resiny almost, and then you get some that are like mango.
No way.
Yeah. So
Huh.
it's a full spectrum.
Would you
There's
use a mango-y hop in something that you wanted to have tropical notes?
Yeah.
Like a saison or something
a
like
saison would be a good one, yeah, or just like a hazy IPA, something along those lines. Yeah, there's some that have like white grape notes. Yeah,
Wow.
Hallertau Blanc or Nelson Sauvin. Yeah, they have like a kind of a white grape quality to them.
that? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it's kind of all over the place, but
Huh.
like I say, they're constantly experimenting. Yakima Valley's not far from here, so they're a huge producer for the hop world.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So do we have similar conditions, growing conditions as Yakima?
Yeah. I would say we're a little bit hotter,
Okay.
maybe a touch colder in the winter.
Do hops like it more moderate than what we are?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, they don't like the super extreme colds. They can tolerate it. There are hop growers, not to my knowledge, in Penticton, although there are some wild hops that grow in the valley here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, our neighbor was growing hops for a while. So it's definitely doable. We'd like to get a few ourselves. In the fall, is when they're all harvested, and there's a beer called a fresh hop beer. So
Okay.
typically hops are harvested, dried, pelletized, and then used in the beer. But a fresh hop, you literally pick them and put them in the beer within 24 hours, ideally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we actually did one last year, our first one. Turned out pretty good, I thought. It's one of my favorite styles. It's easy though, because when you're putting them in fresh, you can get like a lot of like vegetal taste.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a technique you got to do differently when you're brewing it. But yeah, there's always new and exciting hops
yeah.
coming out.
So I'm growing some in my backyard just because I think they're pretty.
They are.
Like I really like
Yeah.
the little cute clusters.
Where'd you get them?
I don't even know. I think I sent away for seeds and I planted them.
Yeah, they're pretty. They smell good.
I
Yeah,
have a really ugly shed in the corner of my yard, so I'm
just gonna cover it.
covering
Perfect.
them with
That's
hops.
great. It's a good way to do it. They grow quickly. Yep.
They look nice. and
Yep. That'll
Happy
do
back
it.
there.
That'll do it for sure. Awesome.
This pizza's amazing with it.
Thank you. Yeah. A little bit salty
Really
from the
smoky,
prosciutto.
too.
Yep. Yeah. It's one, like I say, we only have 6 or 7 pizzas and try to do a feature every month, but this is definitely the most popular.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And that little bit of fresh basil is
Yeah.
picks
Yeah,
it
right
right
in
up
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very nice. Have you ever been down to Yakima? Like
I
yourself?
haven't myself, no.
Ah.
They do, I think you have to get invited, but they do like, you can go down there during harvest and you can actually select like certain
Wow.
varieties and certain lots, because they got a ton of different hops. But I'd love to get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would be very cool.
There's a burger place. You got to go to Miner Burger.
Okay, I'll put it on
Yeah.
my phone.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. Minor. Okay.
Miner Burger. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody there, they'll know.
Okay. Good to know. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they're huge.
Okay.
Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
That's like my fishing story, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I have a goldfish. It's this big.
That's how it always goes. Yeah.
No kidding. All right. So pizza, score.
Not bad.
What are your other ones?
The other pizzas?
Yeah. You see. You have a
We do a
bunch.
classic margarita. We do a spicy pineapple that's quite popular. Another kind of different one we do is a candied walnut apple
That's
pizza.
really different.
Yeah, yeah. I'm allergic to nuts, so that's why I didn't make it. We do a pepperoni. We just had like a feature one for St. Patty's, and it was, we actually got our porter put into sausages with a local butcher.
Oh,
And then we
yeah.
put some sausage on there with some green peppers, some pesto to try and keep it green, and it was a hit. It was really good. Yeah.
Did you do green beer?
No.
Thank you.
Blasphemy.
I
Blasphemy.
know, right? What are these people?
Yeah. No, can't do that. No. We try to stick close to the Reinheitsgebot brewing tradition as much as we can, and putting
They
green.
would sooner die.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Terrible. Yeah.
But pesto, we could put that
Pesto
on
on pizza for sure.
Pesto on pizza.
Yeah.
So that's where we get
The
our
Italians
green.
may not agree.
Yeah, they
Here
know
we
how
are.
to do it.
Yeah.
Without
yeah.
being silly.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, what's next on our tour?
Okay. The Märzen. So we'll do the Märzen with the pretzel. So that's the next one here. So Märzen actually means March in German. And typically it was brewed in March and then cellared underground and then released around Oktoberfest.
Oh,
But we brew this year round, and
and here it is.
yeah, it's the biggest seller for us. People love it. Yeah, just like I say, a little more malt forward, some caramel notes, a little toasty finish to it. Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is one that our brewmaster, had on his list for a long time, and obviously very suiting to our style. So, yeah, no, it's like I say, kind of been the most popular both in store and in liquor stores as well. So,
Yeah, really gorgeous color.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got gold in BC for this in 2022, and silver.
Wow.
Yeah, silver last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, it's done quite well.
Look at you.
Thank you.
And we're pairing this with our pretzel.
With the
for
pretzel.
Mustard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Have a
rip
poll.
rip
Yeah.
a chunk.
Go for it. Probably cooled down a little bit, but
Oh, well.
yeah.
We'll pretend it's piping hot.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah. Don't forget the mustard. Either.
You bet.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of salt.
Mustard's gorgeous. A little bit of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah.
salty.
Yeah. People have been asking to buy the mustard from us, and it's like, well, maybe we'll package it.
Yeah, maybe.
Never thought about it, but maybe we'll do it.
You can even just sell it in little to-go cups.
Yeah. They can ride by on their bike. And,
$10.
yeah. Pretty good deal. Yeah. Yeah.
So the rail trail is right up there, or
Right
is
behind
that
us,
It? Is
yeah.
that it right there?
Right there, yeah.
Oh
So
my
there's a
gosh.
path coming down right to our front door. So super popular with cyclists and dog walkers, hikers, all that stuff. We're
People
all,
stop in?
all the time, yeah. We're 15, 20-minute bike ride from town.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. If you go a little bit further up, it goes up into the hills there, and Three Blind Mice trails are up there, which is very popular with the mountain bikers.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a disc golf course up there, and they quite often come down after. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, yeah,
So that's
yeah.
a great outing if somebody's visiting Penticton.
Totally.
Is there bike rental somewhere down
In
over there?
Penticton there
Yeah?
are, yeah. Yeah, we've
Okay.
actually teamed up with E-Cruise. They've
Nice.
does some stuff with us, and yeah, you can rent a bike with them. I think they're near the Peach on the beach there.
Okay.
Beach on the beach,
All right.
and yeah, I mean on an e-bike you can probably get here in 10 minutes. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With no,
With no effort.
no effort. Yeah, just balance.
Yeah,
That's all you do.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if you're planning a trip to Penticton, near the Peach on the beach, and if you are lost, ask anybody,
Yeah.
and they'll send you the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
People in Penticton are friendly.
They are.
They'll help you
Yeah.
out.
No, they're great. It's an awesome community. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it here.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, so you can come up here, really have lunch.
Yep. Dinner too. Yep.
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 How long are you open during the season? Like what times?
Right now we're Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 12 to 7, and Sunday 12 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, being a little bit off the beaten path. It's a lot of people kind of think the Naramata bench is closed, so we're trying to tell them that we're not. So in the summer though, we are open till 9 on the weekends, so you
Okay.
can stay a little bit later. Saturday we do some cocktails as well. And
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, really? Beer-based cocktails or spirit-based
We
cocktails?
both. So
Hey.
we made like a concentrate out of our Meritzen and put it in an old fashioned. Yeah.
That is so clever.
Yeah, and then we did something similar with our porter as well and put in an espresso martini.
Of course.
Yeah,
That seems like a natural fit.
yeah, yeah,
Did you find that somewhere, or did you make it up yourself?
yeah. More or less made it up ourselves.
I haven't come across it.
Yeah, we had a staff member that was big into bartending, like a mixologist essentially, and
Okay.
had some different ideas, and we tried it out, and yeah, it's been a
Wow.
hit. Yeah, yeah. So Saturday nights, yeah, we do a few cocktails and
Very clever.
mix it up a bit. Yeah,
And it's so pretty out there. I would have a hard time leaving.
yeah.
Like
it
with all
can.
the lights and everything.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
Old cherry trees. He's got string lights, like
Yeah.
the big Edison lights.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh, and you've got some like Christmas bulby things
Yeah, I
lights
know.
too.
Yeah, a
you
little
got
bit
a
left
real
over.
mix of everything.
Yeah.
It just looks amazing. I think
Thank
at
you.
nighttime it would be like a fairyland out there.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's awesome. This is,
Yeah.
yeah, our dream kind of come true for sure.
No kidding. Such
Yeah.
a beautiful location.
Thank
and,
you. Appreciate it.
Great food and beer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Man.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I want to play with my pretzel and my beer. a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. 100%. Yeah, keep them going.
So what happens essentially between these two beers? Can you explain it to me like you would to a grade fiver? Why is this beer not the same as this beer?
The main thing is some of the barley, the malt barley used in the Meritzen, and same, well, going down the line here, when they're malting the barley, so essentially they take the barley seed, we grow barley behind us here, you harvest it. I bought an old combine to harvest.
You've got your own combine.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, an old 70s Massey Ferguson, yeah.
I learned to drive on a Massey Ferguson.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, you can come up for harvest.
Sure.
So yeah, they take the seed after it's all cleaned, they steep it in water, it starts growing a little root, and then they dry it at a specific point in time. That root falls off, and in that process, the starches are able to convert to sugars in the brewing process, which then, with yeast and fermentation, turn into alcohol and CO2. But after they dry that seed, they can also roast it, similar to how you'd roast coffee beans. And that just obviously turns the barley seed a little bit darker, gives it some caramel notes, and you can roast it super dark to where you'd put it into something like our porter.
Okay, so the difference in color is primarily gradation of roasting?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this one, what is the time
Very
of
dark.
roasting? Like how long is it? Do you have your own roaster first?
No, I wish.
So you're shipping off somewhere,
Yeah.
getting it roasted.
Yeah. Well, ours, so there's what they call base malt, which is essentially, I would say, probably just like a plain malt almost. Like
Okay.
when you're using the more roasted malts, it's quite a small percentage in the scheme of things in a recipe. So you use quite a bit of a base malt, which is what we do for ours. We just get it malted as a base malt, and then you get these kind of specialty malts to give it color and flavor, more character essentially. Yeah. So ours that we grow just gets base malted, and then we put some in every beer. What we grow here doesn't fulfill everything for all we
Right.
brew. So, but being part of being on agricultural land, we have to use at least 50% of BC barley, including our own.
Okay.
So we get quite a bit from the Peace River area, and then the remainder is mostly German malt.
Oh,
They're
interesting.
very well known for
Yeah.
for their malt. Yeah,
Oh, we were at a German bakery earlier this year at,
Okay.
down in Kelowna.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in Hickman's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And just learning about the differences in German bread and how
Okay.
it's made.
Yeah.
So bread and beer are awfully similar.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's fermented, like
Yeah.
a sourdough.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm. Very similar, for sure.
Probably what, like everything here has kind of a bready element to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of descriptors for beer involves toast or bread or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So interesting.
Yeah.
All right, what do
similar.
we have next?
So the next beer is our Tunnel Vision. We're calling it a Euro IPA, but it very closely resembles an English IPA. So again, more malt forward. Definitely got some citrus notes in there. And actually when we first opened, we ended up getting gold in Canada for it.
Nice.
Yeah, within a matter
That
of a
must
couple
feel
months.
good, your first.
Oh man, yeah. Especially when
wow.
we were still, trying to figure out the brew system. It was very new, obviously. So, yeah, no, good reception for this one. These first,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, little higher alcohol. It's an IPA, so 6.5%. I find the bitterness is very balanced. It's not a punch in the face.
No.
I think it works well, yeah, with the maltiness, that kind of citrus and caramel, and then, yeah, just like a smooth bitterness at the end. Yeah.
The finish is forever. Do you call it the finish with beer?
Yeah.
Same as with wine?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because it's like,
Yep.
yeah, persistent.
Yep. Yeah. No, we're very pleased with this one. I mean, the first three here that we've gone through are our cores, our core beers, so we brew them year round. And then the last one, our bellhop, is essentially like a winter core beer, I guess you could call it. We brew it September to March, essentially.
Kind of a sit by the fire and read a book.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this one probably goes best with the sandwich, I would say, if we want
Okay,
to try out the
let's
Euro
bring that
Deli.
into town.
Yeah.
All right. Did we get a good shot of this, Renee? How pretty it is? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
All
baked
right,
bread,
I'll pull
yeah.
this off the top.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, bits are falling out. Even though I saw you toast it, that should help it hold together.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big flavors in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Back in here.
Yeah, this
See
is
if
one-
this can stand up to that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, the sandwich is one of my go-tos for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a little bit of everything. It's got some heat, some spice, some saltiness.
Yeah, a little
chewiness.
acid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yep. Start a little sandwich food truck with this one.
Yeah. Actually, last summer we did have a food truck out here. It was a local chef who started a smokehouse food truck.
Oh, okay.
So he was here all summer. He was a great accompaniment to what we have going on. Being his first year, he was happy to stay in one place, but now he's decided he wants to kind of do the circuit. And we're, I think, at a better place because last summer was our first summer doing essentially a food program.
Wow.
Yeah, we really only did pretzels and just some smaller snacky stuff. But we quickly realized we needed more food. So we started them up last summer, had the Grapevine Barbecue, he was called.
Oh, okay.
Made some awesome brisket and pulled pork and things. And then this summer, I think we'll just do some guest spots. Actually, for our birthday celebration on April 6th, we got the lobster pot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he does lobster rolls and different things. So we're excited for him. And then, yeah, there's quite a few local food trucks that are pretty good. So we're gonna get some pop-ups in the summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's fun. Does that impact licensing at all? Like, do you have to extend your liquor license or anything like that?
No, they essentially park out kind of beside our bike racks out there. People can't bring their liquor out there, but they can bring the food in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course.
And as long as we keep our own food program, that's all that really matters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as we have something we can serve to customers to go along with the beer.
Right, right. Yes, because
Yeah.
you don't want just a bunch of intoxicated
No.
customers.
No. Yeah, you need something to soak it up.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well. Okay, so I mentioned this would be like a great by the fire reading a book kind
Yeah.
of beer. When you have free time, are you a book guy, a movie guy?
I try to get some books in at the end of the day if I can. Like I say, we got a 3-year-old son.
Yes.
My wife's very pregnant. We have a farm and the brewery.
So you have hardly any time.
Yeah, it's
If you
limited.
had time, what would you read?
Honestly, I just read Seth Rogen's like
Yeah.
autobiography, I guess you'd call it. It's more or less just stories about him.
Yeah.
I just finished that one, and now I'm reading. I try to alternate between like fun and fictional, and then knowledgeable. So right now I'm doing one called Rework, and it's essentially about running a business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Inspirational or like nuts and bolts?
a little bit of both. It's like different ways to run a business, maybe like outside of the norm,
Okay.
not like your typical what you learn in school sort of thing. It's written by a guy that has started a successful business. So
Nice.
and the way he did it, and just kind of trying something outside of the box, I guess. Yeah.
Did you go to school for business?
When I left high school, I did some small business management courses.
All right.
I did a couple of years. But then I ended up going, I'm a power engineer by trade. So I worked in Alberta for a little bit, and I was out there for about 6 years, and then worked for BC Hydro and Fortis. But it's strangely familiar, power engineering, to the brewing process.
Okay.
So it all kind of came together, but this is just something we've always wanted to do. So
Okay, what's the overlap between power engineering and the brewing process?
power engineering is like a lot of. So I worked in a refinery, which is a lot of controlling of pressures and flows and temperatures,
Okay, yeah.
and that's exactly what brewing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just monitoring, controlling, trying to hit set points and everything. So it's very applicable, and we actually spent a little bit more on our brewing system and got it fairly automated. So it's all on a big screen, and there's schematics, and it shows you everything right on there compared to a very normal brew house, which is very manual and doesn't
Yeah.
have any digital kind of feedback.
Yeah,
So,
I think the ones we visited have been like that. And the concern is always pressures and temperatures.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, they can get away from you. I mean, the beauty of this is it has alarms tied in. Our brewer can essentially start the brew by hitting start once the recipe's put in. It prompts him throughout the brewing process for certain things, but he can also be doing another task
Right.
while this is happening. So, it costs a little bit more, but the plan or the idea is that we're saving on essentially man hours to be able to do a couple things at the same time.
And big whoopses.
Oh yeah, the repeatability is
Yep.
is right there. The consistency, right?
Right, that way something can taste very much the same.
Exactly.
From
Yep.
round
Every
to
time.
round.
Every
Right.
time. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what's okay? If I'm coming, I'm changing track altogether. If I'm coming in here as a customer, what do I want to do and ask for to get my best experience? Like at your place in particular.
Well, I mean, obviously, a flight is a good place to start because you get to try 4 different beers at the same time. Our food, I would say, to get the best experience, would be to come in the summer. Obviously, you can sit on the patios. I mean, looking south, you can see the Munson Mountain, all the vineyards behind us. You could ride your bike here. Like, I think the experience is the location, a lot of it, aside from what
Yeah, the
I think
obvious.
is great beer. Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
I
with
think
all the awards,
it helps.
You're not alone.
It
in
helps.
thinking
Yeah. I think that's a big part of it is our location. I think we're quite unique in that sense. We're, I think, one of 6 or 7 maybe farm breweries in the province. So there's not a lot of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So that alone, I think, just kind of lends to what we have going on here. Having, literally, you sit 5 feet away from the barley growing in the summer there.
That's
so
amazing.
yeah.
So if I come in with kids, they can come into all the spaces?
Yeah. If you're accompanied by an adult, you can come in. Yeah.
Okay.
Kids can get apple slushies. Like I say, there's tons of place for them to run around, which they definitely do. We do ask that you monitor your children because we do have the cherry trees, and children like to climb the cherry trees, and it
And they
kind of
look
scares the heck out of me. So
spectacular for climbing.
yeah. Oh, they're perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
No.
don't have people sign a waiver if you're in here with a kid.
I'm sure my insurance agency's probably should probably do that. Yeah.
To guard against people falling out of the tree.
Yeah. No, heaven forbid. I mean, we try and do events too. Speaking of waivers, like we did for Halloween, we did pumpkin carving, so we had waivers for them to come out here and use little
sharp things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we try to do, especially in the shoulder off seasons, we try and do events as much as we can.
Do you have musical events in the summer?
We do. We're fairly limited. Like we can't have amplified music outside technically.
Oh, because of the area you're in?
Yeah, being on agricultural land. So we've had some acoustic acts out on the patio, and it works well. Like there's quite a few seats out there, so we usually have them kind of sit in the back, and they can kind of play out towards everyone. And
Okay.
yeah, like I say, we have an Easter event coming up, so we're going to do like an Easter egg hunt for the kids. We're going to have an Easter bunny coming out to hand out chocolate and stuff to get them all wired up.
Now, is your son does he like big people in bunny outfits?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty shy.
They seem kind of scary.
Yeah, I could see that being pretty
Yeah.
traumatic for kids.
Like a bunny is a bunny, but a 6-foot tall bunny.
Yeah, a little bit different. When they're handing out chocolate.
Oh yeah, that's balance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, scary, and then you're like, oh wait.
Yeah.
That's some chocolate.
But there's chocolate.
Yeah.
I might get over my fear of the giant bunny.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
Chocolate
excuse.
and beer. What do you think? Is it a good combination?
Maybe with the porter. I mean, the porter does have some kind of chocolate notes to it. But I don't know. It's not really for me. Yeah, I prefer the a little bit of that flavor in the beer compared to eating chocolate with it, personally. But yeah, I mean, there's other breweries that put
copies like the flavor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Especially with this one, this sandwich here, and with the mustard, it's like opposites.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're both equals.
that's right.
Equal rights for pickles. Renee's shaking her head at me. Say, don't lose your rating for getting political about pickles.
Yeah,
Go on a pickle rant.
that's right.
All right.
Last but not least,
Sausage. Hey, what fell out of my sandwich? What's this?
sun-dried tomato.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Let's cut this bad boy in half. So like I say, just made about 45 minutes south of us here.
Nice.
Yeah, they do some good stuff. I don't know if you can get that out or not, but
Have you ever driven into Kelowna through the back way?
I have once.
Yeah. How'd your car do?
Well, I was in a 4Runner, so
That
it did okay,
helps.
but I got lost, and it took. I mean, it's funny because we moved here, and we were told by some locals that it's essentially the same amount of time as taking the highway around. So I tried it, and it definitely did not.
No.
Was not even close. But-
Locals.
Yeah.
Don't lie to newcomers.
Yeah,
You get a bad rep.
yeah,
Oh, maybe they were in.
but it is
I don't know,
doable. Yeah,
Some giant, bigger than yours thing.
maybe,
don't
maybe.
know.
Yeah.
My daughter tried it in a Mazda sedan.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No. She just scooped up garbage in her grill.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so it got to my house and it,
Oh, I'm surprised she made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
her car was very surprised too. You did what? Okay. Come on
Yeah,
over.
get a little bit of everything there.
I have a problem with eating all the things at the same time. I always end up pulling them apart because I'm curious about the parts, and I forget to put them together how it was meant to be.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job down there. So yeah, that one with the sausage roll with the bellhop porter. Not to brag anymore, but we got gold in Canada for this last year, as well as silver in Canada. 2 different awards. There's the Canadian Brewing Awards and the Canada Beer Cup. So we got gold and silver last year.
Is there a cup, like a Stanley Cup for beer?
So the Canada Beer Cup is fairly new. I think that was just their 2nd year. And you can see the silver award up there.
Oh yeah.
So it is actually a cup.
You do get a
Yeah.
cup.
And then the kind of see-through glass ones in front are the Canadian Brewing Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
for the longest time, it was the Canadian Brewing Awards was kind of the big one for Canada. There's also the World Beer Cup, which is like the big one. We got bronze for the Canadian portion of it for our tunnel vision. And actually the same for the porter. We got bronze for the Canadian portion of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did this last year or your first year?
Both years. So the tunnel vision gold for Canada the first year, and then this year we applied the World Cup again. We just sent them off about a month ago, but especially the Worlds, these things take quite a long time. I think the judging hasn't even happened yet. We sent them off a month ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did they go? Germany?
No, it's actually in the States.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they have a big brewing conference. It moves around different cities in the States every year, but I think that's coming up, I want to say in maybe May. I should know this. I'm not going. I wish I could, but they release all the awards at that brewing conference. So we'll see.
You're going to be having
I'm hopeful.
baby about the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good
Priorities.
thing. Yeah.
And, value your life.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. So the porter, excuse me.
That is a nice, solid porter.
Smooth, right?
Yeah, not a lot of bite, not a lot of bitterness.
No, again, we're just going for balanced here. This is something that our brewmaster's been tweaking for about, probably going on 10 years now.
Oh, really?
So, just kind of making little changes with different malts or hops or brewing techniques, just tweaking it. And he's got it to a place where he likes it. And I think it's come out fairly well for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Any difference in water quality? Time of year, do you get the water brought in, or do you use a well, or?
We're on city water. We do filter it, and then for darker beers, usually you got to adjust some things, whether it be salts, pH, what have you. Usually it's more inclined towards darker beers. The bellhop, he definitely does some adjustments more than the others for sure. Yeah, and this one's about 5.8%. The IBUs are quite high, the bitterness units, but I think just there's so much going on that you don't really get it.
Right.
This one's at 60 IBU, which is usually quite bitter, but I don't think it comes through because it's so complex.
No.
Yeah.
It comes across almost like a licorice, like a sweet licorice.
Yeah. Good call.
Very nice. Yeah, these
Thank
are
you.
beautiful. I can see why you're racking up the awards.
Thank you.
Did you try anything in maybe your first year that was an absolute dog?
So when we first opened, we had 6 core beers. We're now down to 3.
Smart.
Yeah. We learned pretty quickly that wasn't sustainable, especially with trying to do seasonals.
Oh yeah.
Especially our tank space is fairly limited, but there were certain beers that did very well up here. Like we did a kind of a lower alcohol blonde golden ale.
Okay.
4.2%. People loved it up front, and it just bombed in liquor stores.
Wow.
Very strange, yeah. So I don't know, maybe it was marketing, I'm not sure, but same, we had a Hefeweizen, a wheat beer. It was a red Hefeweizen, so more of an amber color.
Okay.
Again, did very well up here and just did not sell in liquor stores. So we've learned kind of what works and what doesn't, because we can't just cater to what sells up front, obviously. It's very seasonal here, being busy for 4 or 5 months and then slows down. So we need to find that balance between beers that work in both markets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you find sometimes it's the experience of the place and like just all of it that's selling when you're in like a storefront?
Yeah, I think especially like that golden, like it's just such an easy drinking, lower alcohol beer. It's perfect for a hot summer day if you're riding your bike and you don't want to, you know, have too much. I think it's perfect for that scenario. And then, yeah, I don't know. I just, obviously in the liquor stores, there's 240 breweries in BC, so it's a big market to compete against, and yeah.
What do you see as far as trends in the sort of the niche beer market?
Yeah, I think in the last year or so, it's been actually coming around more lagers, I find. Like,
oh, okay, we're getting lighter.
Yeah. For a while there was like hazy IPAs for years. Essentially up to when we opened. They're still pretty popular. People love those fruity style beers, but I think there's been an appreciation for lagers, and lagers are tough because you don't have the hops time behind, right? So you got to brew it well, otherwise it's not going to taste good. Whereas, you know, if you do like a heavily hopped IPA, then you know, you're tasting mostly hops a lot of the time, and if something might have gone a little bit askew, you might not notice it as much.
Right.
So, yeah, we've been seeing more, especially towards sales and everything, that, lagers are a little bit more abundant and appreciated and being purchased more, so.
Is that a summer thing or all through the year?
I think it's all through the year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with the trends, I find, but I don't know, like quite often the States maybe seem to be a little bit ahead of the times, and you know, we kind of tail behind them and what's popular and not, so yeah,
well, it's
to be
almost like
seen.
a gravitational force. They're so big
Yeah,
that
true.
they pull us in behind them.
And they have so many amazing breweries too, so it's just, they try something and next thing you know,
Don't they have a lot of large breweries that are almost masquerading as niche breweries?
Oh, for sure, craft beer, No, it's totally true. I mean, even in Canada, there's been quite a few that started out, you know, maybe our size, but have done so well that they might have 2-3 facilities, and they're producing well above like maybe what would be considered a craft amount of, you know, liters per year sort of thing.
Or they get purchased by Molson's.
Or that, yeah.
Would that be a good thing in your opinion if that would have ever happened to you?
I mean, it would be a compliment for sure if they wanted to buy us, but I mean, that's not our goal. I think we just always want to be that kind of community hub, a place that people can enjoy. I don't think it would ever happen that Molson would come around, but I don't know. That's definitely not why we started this, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely have a community feel when I'm, you know, looking through your pictures and
Thank you.
and videos and things. It almost feels like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I appreciate it.
a cute little bar somewhere.
Thank you.
Out in the middle of a field.
I appreciate it, yeah. No.
I'm just eating your pretzels now.
Yeah, by all means, yeah. No, Nicole does all our social media stuff, and she's done really well. Yeah, she got voted
good for her.
best Instagram in Penticton last year, so
Hey.
yeah, she's doing great. Yeah.
Good job, Nicole.
While having a baby at the same time. Yeah.
Crazy, Nicole.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Nicole, why are you doing this to yourself? Babies are exhausting, don't you know?
Yeah, you can say that again. Yeah.
So which of your beers do you take home when if you're going to take something home, share with your wife when she's not pregnant?
Yeah. Usually,
None of that.
my go-to for the cores is the Pilsner. I just love the clean, crisp flavor of it.
Yep.
But that being said, whenever we have a new seasonal, it's new.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I haven't drank a lot of it yet. So I usually go for the seasonals. Like today, we just canned a Czech amber lager. Yeah. So we use some Czech hops in there. It's maybe a little bit similar to the Meritzen because it is an amber as well.
Yeah.
But a little more bitter, a little more fruity notes to it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, my go-to is the Pilsner, but if there's a new seasonal, then go with the new one.
Well,
Yeah.
sparkly and new.
Yeah,
shiny,
exactly. Yeah.
Shiny thing.
That's what I'm all about. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. And what's coming up for the summer for you guys?
In terms of beer
Sure.
or everything?
Everything. Tell me everything you're willing to tell me.
So the next seasonal is going to be what they call a thiol IPA.
I don't know that. Tell me about it.
So it's a thiolized yeast is what they call it. And essentially what it does is it unlocks compounds in the hops that wouldn't normally be unlocked. So essentially it's going to make the beer, whatever hops we put in it, it's going to open those up more to be more fruity, be more flavorful, be more aromatic.
Okay.
It's a fairly new...
So it magnifies the
Exactly,
hop
yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's, I guess, semi-trendy right now. It kind of kicked off maybe a couple years ago, and we haven't done one, but it kind of fits in that hazy-ish type style.
Okay.
So we got that one coming out. We have bourbon barrel-aged Hellesbock coming out.
Oh,
Yeah, so we got bourbon barrels from Okanagan Spirits in Vernon.
nice.
Then we put a Hellesbock in it, which is like a pale, strong lager, essentially.
Okay, so it's going to be able to absorb that deep
Yep.
flavor without
Exactly.
just turning into
Bourbon.
some sort of mush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that one's probably, I think we're planning to bring that out maybe the beginning of April.
Oh, that's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For our second birthday, we have another bourbon barrel-aged beer, but it's a Weizenbock, so a strong wheat beer. But we put that one in the barrels like right after they pulled the bourbon out of it. So it came out pretty bourbony. We actually back blended it with another brew of Weizenbock.
Okay, because it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of bourbon. So we back blended it, and I think it's pretty phenomenal actually. Like it still
Okay.
has that kind of banana clove
Oh,
flavor of a
nice.
Hefeweizen, but then kind
That's
of that.
going to be at your birthday?
Yeah, it's actually in stores right now. We released it to stores before we released it here.
Oh, that's
But
slick.
yeah, 8%, so a little bit heavier, but really good.
If people want to come to your birthday party, do we have to buy tickets? How
Nope.
do we
No,
show up?
just show up,
You're
yeah.
going to be just swamped.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Uh-huh.
We do have live music. We're going to have an acoustic, I think it's a two-piece kind of guitar singing duo.
Nice.
And then, yeah, the Lobster Pot food truck. Then we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to have that bourbon barrel-aged beer. We also have the West Coast IPA releasing that day. And our Red Hef is coming back for that day. So we'll have three beers coming out at the same time. Yeah, it should be a good day. I hope the weather holds out. That's my only thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have quite a bit of covered space.
We do, yeah. Yeah. But like last weekend was really good weather and it was smoking busy. It was great.
Oh, I bet
it was
it was.
awesome, yeah.
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 A lot of people on the bikes?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, when we first opened, we bought a bike rack that fits 20 bikes and we shortly thereafter bought 2 more because it was full, yeah.
I would have thought 20 bikes would be
A lot.
sufficient.
I know,
Yeah. 20
yeah.
bikes is a lot.
It's
at
a lot.
Small place.
Yeah, and
But you
actually,
need 60 bikes.
exactly. And just on the trail here, so Penticton's doing like a fuel-free initiative right now.
Oh,
And we talked to them, and they're for local businesses and in the surrounding area, they're doing essentially free bike racks. And they came out here and put 4 of these kind of upside down U bike rack just on the trail right in front of us. So
wow.
now we have extra bike parking for
Oh, that's
more
good.
bikes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up on the trail. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
And the rest of the summer, I mean, our events kind of slow down in the summer because, I mean, knock on wood, it's usually fairly good weather and fairly busy. So to have an event kind of complicates things. We do team up, like for every Friday we do pop-up wine tastings with local wineries.
Oh, nice.
So they come out usually 3 to 6 or 4 to 7 sort of thing. And
Where did they set up? In there?
Yeah, there's another bar in
Oh,
that covered
okay.
patio area.
Yeah.
So they set up and yeah, we do a tasting. They can try the wine. They can buy a glass of the wine. And yeah, so I think it's just a great kind
That's
of
nice. It
collaboration.
covers both kind of customers. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. We get a lot of people in. I mean, we serve local Okanagan wine as well and cider. There's always people that come in that don't drink beer, and I mean, rightfully so. I don't blame them. So we try to cater to everyone as much as we can. And we also just constantly rotate our wine as well. There's so many great wineries out here that why not showcase them all?
Naramata bench has just exploded in
Yeah,
wineries.
it's huge. Yeah, so much great wines coming out of here. So
Yeah, 15 years ago there were a
no,
handful.
I know.
And now,
There's like 40 or something
yeah,
on the bench alone. Yeah,
like
it's
how
nuts.
you can't go for a walk without walking into a winery.
Literally, yeah, literally, yeah.
Especially Renee and I, we end up walking into wineries on the day.
It's easy to do. It's easy to do.
We're magnetized.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't blame you.
Winery, brewery, yeah, we're there.
No, it's really good. Yeah, and I mean, like a lot of the bench does close down in the off season, so to get them out here is a little more exposure for them. It's great for us.
For sure.
Yeah, it works for everyone.
Nice. And
Yeah.
then giving the food trucks some exposure when they're coming out here.
Yeah.
Even though you've got some really good food offerings
you.
yourself. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
They stand up super well to your beers.
Appreciate it.
All
Appreciate
right.
it. Yeah.
I was nibbling on your pickle. So
Yeah.
we have like probably 4 more minutes. Do you want to? Okay, here's my pairing challenge. This is a tough one. Grab the pickle.
Oh God. What's it
Pair
gonna?
this pickle with one of these beers. This is hard because a pickle is a strong, acidic, vinegary taste.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to go okay?
My first thought is the Pilsner. Just to kind of cut it. I've seen dill pickle Pilsners before.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe that's why I'm jumping towards it.
Yeah. Okay. Pickle in the hash.
Oh, it's so tough.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
You got to put it to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Okay. No, that'll work.
Maybe we're onto something. Maybe we should do a dill pickle
Yeah.
Pilsner.
You could just serve it with a pickle in it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Then we don't have to
No,
worry about.
that would again be blasphemy. Actually, one thing that we're kind of straying from our tradition is we do have all these fruit trees. So come harvest, we're going to make some sort of cherry beer, whether it be
Oh.
a sour maybe
Nice.
or a cherry saison. We also have plum trees behind us as well. So a mix of like golden and Italian prune plums. So we're going to try and use as much as we can. There's a couple apricot trees as well. So yeah, we're going to try and use as much as we can and maybe call it our harvest series or something. Yeah, just try something different. Try and use as much as we can on the property.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
Yeah, yeah. See how it goes. Trials, lots of trials.
The deeper you go, the more savory the pickle becomes.
Okay.
And less vinegary.
Okay,
Yeah.
try it out.
It's a savory pickle.
Never heard of
Pickle
such a thing.
wars. Yeah. It doesn't really pull the beer off course. But no, go back in and try the pickle. It'll be more savory. See that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't get all that acid.
yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
So if your aunt's trying to make you eat a pickle, you don't want to, go for some
There you go.
deep dark beer
Yeah.
and it might save you.
Definitely.
Good pickle. All right. Well, we are at the end of our time. Thank you so much for letting
Thank
us
you.
come out here and
Yeah.
snoop through your stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming.
Oh, our
Appreciate
pleasure.
it. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, bye-bye.
See ya.